The internet is overflowing with incredible drone footage from Norway, and you're probably itching to capture your own. But picture this. You launch your drone, get that perfect shot of the northern lights over Tromsø, and suddenly police lights are flashing. Your drone gets confiscated, you're facing a 12,000 Norwegian kroner fine, and in the worst case, you might be deported and banned from Norway for 2 years. This actually happens to tourists every single day. Watch this video to avoid becoming another cautionary tale. Disclaimer: this video is not legal advice. Always check with Norwegian air authorities for the latest rules. These regulations are current as of 2026, but can change. Who can fly and what you need? You must be at least 16 years old. Teenagers between 13 and 15 can fly, but only with a registered adult pilot supervising. If you're a Russian citizen, drone flying is currently completely prohibited in Norway. Even that tiny DJI Mini you bought because it's under 250 grams still needs registration because it has a camera. Head to flydrone.no and pay 230 Norwegian kroner. For heavier drones, you'll also need an A, 1/A3, or A2 license. The good news is you can do this online in English and repeat the test as many times as needed. If you are from an EU country, Switzerland, or Iceland, you can do your certification there. If you are from outside the EU, you will need to take the European test, but it doesn't have to be done in Norway. All of this can be sorted before you arrive, so don't leave it until you land. Once you pass, mark your drone with your operator ID, but leave off the last 3 control digits for security. Insurance is mandatory for any drone over 250 grams, and we strongly recommend it for smaller ones too. At Explore Norway, we use Avidrone because they offer flexible coverage, whether you need it for just your vacation or a full year. Since 2024, authorities can stop and check any drone pilot at any time. No valid registration or insurance? That's a 2,000 Norwegian kroner fine, and they will check. Planning your flight. By the time of making of this video, the app to use for flight planning and registration is Ninox Drone. However, a new app called Avidrone shall be released at any time. Please refer to Avinor's website for which app to use by the time of your visit. Check the description or pinned comment if it has changed. Before every flight, register it in the app. This is not just a recommendation, it's your lifeline. When an air ambulance needs to reach an accident scene, they can contact you directly to land immediately. You can also see other drones in the area and avoid collisions. If you reserve the airspace, you have priority. In case of an accident with another drone, the pilot of the unregistered flight will be at fault. There's also an unofficial but useful site called dronesonar.no that shows all no-fly zones. It's not official and might contain errors, but it's a good starting point. No-fly zones. This is where tourists lose thousands of kroner every year. One important thing first, no-fly zones apply to all drones, regardless of weight. Your sub-250 gram Mini does not get a free pass. The obvious restrictions are the 5-kilometer radius around airports, but there are many more. Military and classified installations, and there are more of these than you think. Some are marked as NSM in the app. If you even take a photo of these, you're in serious trouble. National parks and nature reserves are particularly tricky. Unlike in many countries, each national park and each nature reserve in Norway has its own set of rules. Some allow drones, many don't, and what's allowed in one park might be forbidden in the next. When you see that small "No Drone" sign entering a national park, it's not a suggestion. Check dronesonar.no before you fly. It's an unofficial site, but it covers most parks and reserves, and will save you a lot of trouble. And don't think you won't get caught, just because nobody was around. In Lofotodden National Park, the park authorities have reported multiple drone pilots after finding their footage on social media. One YouTuber was fined after publishing his drone video from Bergefjell National Park. Even NRK, the Norwegian state broadcaster, was reported for flying illegally in the same park, because they didn't realize they needed a separate permission for that specific area. That's how confusing the rules are. So check dronesonar.no, and when in doubt, don't fly. The center of Oslo is entirely off-limits. Temporary restrictions during NATO exercises or search and rescue operations create instant no-fly zones. Flight rules. If your drone has a C mark, follow its category rules. Older drones and drones sold outside the EU may not have one. Under 250 grams with camera. You can fly closer to people. This is the A1 category. Over 250 grams. Stay 150 meters away from people and buildings. This is A3. Maximum altitude is 120 meters to the nearest surface. This is not 120 meters altitude. It's 120 meters from the closest point on the ground. So you can fly along vertical cliffs or waterfalls, as long as your drone stays within 120 meters of the rock face. Flying over crowds is absolutely prohibited. And yes, that popular tourist spot with many people counts as a crowd. Getting caught. Airports now have sophisticated drone detection systems. The moment your drone appears on their radar, airport police will be at your location within minutes. Fines start at 12,000 Norwegian kroner. Your drone gets confiscated immediately. In serious cases, arrest, deportation, and a 2-year ban from the entire Schengen area. They even have an art exhibition at Tromsø Airport, showcasing confiscated drones. Don't let yours become part of the collection. Practical flying tips. Check the app one more time before takeoff for last-minute restrictions. We always use a landing pad to keep dirt and snow out of the drone mechanisms. Winter flying comes with special challenges. Battery life drops significantly in the cold, so plan for shorter flights. Wind can be deceptively calm on the ground, but fierce at altitude, especially around mountains. Even in summer, treacherous winds around mountains can go from calm to dangerous in just 100 meters of altitude. Watch out for birds. If they seem agitated or start chasing your drone, land immediately. Eagles will attack your drone and win every time. Flying at night is legal, as long as your drone has a proper strobe light. All modern drones have one, and the red lights can be seen for over a kilometer. So yes, you can get that northern lights shot. Some people say you should avoid flying during solar storms because of GPS disturbance, but we have never experienced that ourselves. What you should avoid is flying in clouds. You lose sight of the drone and all sense of orientation. It's also illegal, as you must maintain visual line of sight at all times. If you're flying in eastern Finnmark near the Russian border, be aware of GPS jamming. This can disable your return to home function, or even cause a complete flyaway. Special permissions. Can you get permission to fly in restricted areas? Technically yes, but practically impossible for tourists. National parks, nature reserves, and Oslo's restricted zone? Forget it. Your vacation footage doesn't count as beneficial to the community. Being an influencer with millions of followers is also not a reason. Airport zones require control tower approval, and sometimes days of advance authorization. Our strong advice: don't attempt it unless you're a professional with a genuine need. Where tourists get caught. These locations catch tourists every single day. Oslo. A couple from Singapore flew over Akershus Fortress during their 2-week holiday. The husband was arrested, deported, fined 8,000 Norwegian kroner. Holiday over. Oslo police registered 30 illegal drone cases in 2023, jumping to 75 in 2024. It's getting worse, not better. Tromsø. The entire city center is inside the airport zone. Police fine multiple tourists daily. Northern Norwegian towns. Many are within airport zones, even if they don't look like it. Kvalvika Beach. Inside Lofoten National Park, but tourists don't realize. Geiranger Fjord. The entire fjord, except the village of Geiranger, is a nature reserve. Preikestolen. The landowner forbids takeoff from their property, plus too many people. Henningsvær. Getting the football field in one frame requires flying higher than the legal 120 meters limit. Andenes. Airport, military base, and rocket launch site. They have signs warning about all three. If you want more ways to avoid expensive tourist mistakes in Norway, check out our other guide videos.